Hi everyone, this is your reading for Sunday the 10th of December. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Wheel of the Year Tarot again today. Let's have a look at what's coming up for you. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Three of Swords in reverse. So three reverse cards. Interesting. Okay, so the Two of Cups is temporary love, something that blossoms for a short time. They're standing in a flower, which is very appropriate because that flower is temporary. It blooms and then it goes away again until the plant is able to produce that again. So it's temporary love, it's temporary connection with another human being. That's in reverse. Next card is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and this guy, you can see, I mean, this is very obvious, this card. Things are positive, the sun is shining, he's got an amazing harvest. He may as well be plucking money off the trees because the harvest has been so great that he's getting these amazing bushels of grapes there, and he's going to be able to make that into beautiful wine, and he'll be able to print his own money, basically. It's going that well. So it's super, super productive. It's a period of really being blessed and harvesting the things that you're doing and working to harvest the good things that are coming in. So it's financial hopes and dreams coming true as a result of hard work and in combination with the good luck of the universe. That's in reverse as well. And then finally we have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is heartbreak, loss, betrayal, disappointment, fear, sadness. That's in reverse too. Okay, so let's see what these mean in reverse. So first of all, the love that you've got at the moment is not temporary. It's permanent. The bloom, the bloom is not going to be off the rose in any time soon. Your relationships are permanent and long-term. You don't have to work at these relationships to get something wonderful out of it. You don't have to make a particular effort today to get something great out of your relationships, because the main focus is going to be on relationships that are in your life for a long time. So family members, really good friends, people who are like family, your adopted family. And you don't have to make an extra effort to placate those people or to keep them happy. And also, the other thing today is that there's no potential for any heartbreak, loss, or betrayal. So the message really is that if there are people in your life who demand something of you today, who say, you have got to spend the day with me because I feel terrible and I need the company and I'm really, really in a bad place. And if you don't do that for me, then you're not a real friend, and I will realize that I can't rely on you and we're not going to be friends in future. Then if you get that kind of message, then you can realize, you can make your own choice and decision based on that, and you can say, well, you're actually right, because if this was a long-term loving relationship, then you wouldn't give me an ultimatum in the sense that I have to work for you to keep your friendship. And the heartbreak that you're feeling is going to be your heartbreak, because if you're giving me ultimatums and telling me what to do in a sense, then I really see you for what you are. And then if I lose this friendship, I'm not going to be particularly upset about it, because you've opened my eyes to the real you, and I can wisely kind of see what's going on. And I don't need you as a friend or someone in my life, because it's one thing to say, hey, I'm really struggling. Could you come over? And I just really want to have a chat. Do you have any free time? That's one thing. And you can say, yeah, of course. What's the matter? Of course I'll come over. But it's another thing to really demand that of another person and to expect it as something that you are, that's your responsibility. Okay, so what's really interesting about this day is that you naturally find your own kind of boundaries when it comes to other people, and that you're very able to differentiate between what's a real long-term permanent relationship that you can put energy into and that's worth it, and what's a relationship that isn't going to be worth it. And that's something that's kind of tricky for all of us, because for all of us, we'll have people in our lives that are there permanently, but we'll also have friends and people in our lives that come and go. And sometimes it's not that easy to decipher who's going to be a friend for 10, 20, 30 years and who's just going to be there for a couple of months and then disappear into thin air, because we don't often know that. You know, sometimes people move and that's why the friendship ends, or it turns out that they weren't your friend to begin with, that they just wanted something from you. But when you first start the relationship, you don't know what the outcome is. It's all very well looking at it in hindsight, but when it starts, you don't know that. Correct? So today you will find that a faulty friend, or a friend who is disingenuous, or even a partner or a family member who really doesn't have your back or doesn't have your best interest at heart, exposes themselves by kind of either putting pressure on you or giving you some sort of deadline or ultimatum. Because all of these cards are in reverse, I'm going to turn them all around and read them this way around and see what it means. So the Three of Swords this way, then the Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Heartbreak and losing someone is going to result in you being able to focus on the good things that you can create in your life for yourself, and it will make space for you to really become abundant in your own right and to become more independent, and that then in turn will lead to better relationships. So if someone decides to knock themselves out of your life today by giving you ultimatums and by being really difficult, then you can wave goodbye and you can let that go effortlessly and easily without being heartbroken, and realize that that person has now created space in your life for something and someone better to come in. So you don't have to be upset about any kind of arguments or difficulties that you have with other people in your life today, because those are meant to be and those are right. Nature doesn't like a vacuum. If someone or something leaves your life, it's always filled very quickly by something better. And if that isn't the case in your life, make that an affirmation. The fact that this man has now left my life means that someone better is going to come along, and all I have to do is trust and have faith in this loving universe that's going to provide the positive things and people in my life that I want to be there. So you don't have to do the work today. Someone kind of exits your life by themselves through their own actions. And the important thing, the only important thing to watch out for, because the cards are in reverse, is that you don't get fooled into thinking that this is your fault, because it isn't. If someone gives you this kind of or else statement, then that's nothing to do with you. That's their fears, their insecurities, and their sense of entitlement that you kind of work for them in a sense. You know, friendships and relationships aren't like that. We have free will. If someone demands something of you all the time and doesn't take your feelings into consideration at all, then that's not a valid relationship that you have to kind of try and maintain. And especially if you have to work really hard to maintain a relationship like that, you know it's not worth it anyway. Because I know that relationships do take some work. All relationships take some work. You know, sometimes you have to bite your tongue. Even with your soulmate, sometimes they will get on your nerves. But if a relationship is all work and it's all you giving and it's all give, and you get nothing in return, then that's not a relationship that you should maintain, because it's a waste of your time and it's emotionally draining. So let's look at the numbers. We've got 2 and 9 is 11, and 11 and 3 is 14, and 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 is freedom. So you have more space and more freedom in your life because someone negative or something negative leaves your life, and that creates space, and you can replace that negativity with something positive, and that really is freedom, and it means that your life is moving in the right direction. So that's really amazing. So watch out for what negative thing kind of just sails out of your life today, and be happy about that and wave goodbye to it, and don't fall into the trap of thinking, oh no, I need this, or I have to hang on to this. You don't. Embrace the uncertainty, realize that something or someone better is coming in, and be happy and have a good time in the meantime. So I hope you have a great day. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And in my private readings, I use astrology, the tarot, and numerology. And the astrology chart in itself gives me a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your strengths and weaknesses are, why you've come back into this lifetime, and what you're going to be good at work-wise. It also shows me what's coming up for you in future in terms of your love life and career, finances, health, family relationships, traveling, moving, selling house, spiritual progress, friendships, and anything that you may have a question on. So if you're interested in a reading, then please get in touch via the website. Remember to subscribe and have a wonderful day. I will be with you tomorrow for the daily tarot reading, which I do every day. So I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day.